This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Well, I was kind of shocked to hear this story. Now, first and foremost, Kevin Chiles, owner of Don Diva magazine. I mean, that's a great story, and I have tremendous respect for this guy because, he hustled in the 80s. He got caught up in the 90s, never told on anybody, stood up for his people. And if you're doing bad things, right, like if you're doing illegal activities with your friends and you get caught, you don't tell on anybody else, right? So he said he got caught with like 20, they arrested 22 people that he was affiliated with. Nobody told. One guy was on the run named Chuck, I guess, and when their case was falling apart because the cops rely on somebody to talk. We've all seen first 48 people usually talk, and nobody talks. So he was going to be free and clear, but when they caught this guy Chuck that he says was a guy that he helped, like he put on, this guy told, and then so let me play a little bit of this under the fair use thing.
This gentleman from Mount Vernon, when he eventually got caught.
Right, March of the next year of '95.
So did he speak? Did he cooperate?
As soon as they put the handcuffs on.
So this guy had told on him. And then what he learned, now this guy was hustling around the same time. We've all seen the movie Paid in Full, okay? And that was based on, AZ, Alpo, Rich Porter. Basically, we all love that movie, and we all know how it ends. Alpo ends up snitching in D.C., but it turns out that, we all thought AZ just got away free and clear, but the way he tells it is that AZ was probably cooperating with them because he got to see his paperwork. When you don't he explained it where you don't take a plea. If you take a plea, you don't see who has, who's talking about you or anything. You don't see, because they have to show your lawyer all the evidence they have once you're going to fight your case. And most people plea out and they take time and they just, they go away. He was able to see his paperwork and see everyone who had mentioned him. And, there was Alpo didn't take the stand, but Alpo had offered assistance and, a document. AZ was a part of that document. And then he said this guy, Chuck, who was part of his team, had seen what they said and was testifying on what they said. It wasn't per se on what he did and saw, it was what he heard. So this is what saved him in his case because it was so sloppy. But it was shocking to see that AZ maybe was cooperating with the government, and that was never talked about. Of course he wouldn't talk about that, right? But you never heard about this. And I even interviewed him. I thought he just, was one of the lucky ones that got away. Because Alpo in that in the movie, it's like, he was going to snitch on people from D.C., but he wasn't going to snitch on anybody from New York.
He didn't back on it, I guess, helping them.
Mm-hmm.
He was cool with Poe.
Where was AZ in all of this?
Looking back on it, I guess helping them.
Helping them? When you say them, you mean
the government.
He was helping the government.
Yeah, that's the way it appears in my paperwork.
So he said that's the way it appears in his paperwork. So he's not straight out calling him a snitch, but he's saying it appears that he might have been helping the government to put him away, and that's disappointing. But I'll leave you guys with a little interview that me and Forbes DVD had done with AZ way back, right after the movie came, a few years after the movie came out. I'll leave you with this.
If they'd have did trap, I wouldn't have got those type of phone calls.
Okay.
You feel me? I'm mad because they betrayed me at the end on some funny shit. But why did they do that? To try to sabotage the real so they could win in the fake world? But hey, listen, the truth gotta come back to the light. You feel me?
Yeah. So for the new one that's coming out, is it done the way it was supposed to be done, or is this something new? Like, explain. I want to understand that.
The new film that I'm writing.
Yeah, is it the
So scene
real
for scene
painful
is
story?
the bottom. It's the truth, man.
True.
The truth. I'm not even staying in Rich Poe and Alpo's story. I'm gonna bring that, like with the first 5 minutes of the film, show you what happened. But I'm showing you how gangster rap was born
Okay.
and how it ended. You feel me? What happened to us? Why we never blew large enough, and how the government, it's just telling you the inside, the truth about this shit, man.
So when we all knew y'all, it was three of y'all. You, Rich, and Poe. That's the story with us. Rich is no longer here. Rest in peace. Poe is still alive. We don't know. I don't know where he at or anything like that. Has he ever tried to reach out to you and contact you or holler at you?
I spoke to Alpo like 3 or 4 times, man.
Since the movie?
Through Troy Reed, since the movie. Poe is still the same with me. For real. And people don't understand that. It's like me and Alpo never had a problem with each other, man. Never. But I just don't understand how he did that to Dick like that.
Okay.
He explained it, but I still can't see you taking your man life like that. If anybody try to make y'all separate or put a bug in your ear and say, I don't give a fuck who it is, you got to look at that person as someone trying to divide and conquer. And it worked, man. And that's why he in the situation he in. And you understand? And that's how I look at that. But, me and him never had no conflict. I think he, Dame, when I wrote it, I was like, listen, boom, you contact Poe gonna contact you. Y'all situate what y'all need to situate. I ain't got nothing to do with that. But, make sure he get what he's supposed to get. I'm not that type of dude, man. You feel me? I'm not the type of dude be riding around, hiding, ducking, gotta hide behind tents. I'm gonna come to the hood and get love just as wherever I go, because I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, bro. You feel me?
So right now, do you have to reach back out to him when you do the new movie? How does that work?
This film, it's not, like I said, it's touching on it too much, and I'll have to reach back out to him, but it's not, our Poe is maybe in it a scene or two.
Okay.
It's not, you gotta read this shit to really understand what I'm doing.
General.